That's right.
Yes.
Portmanteau. Portmanteau is the word we've been looking for at the beginning of this recording. Hello, it's me. Mira's here.
Hi, Tom. Yes, Mira's here. How are you?
Yeah, perhaps literally never been better. I have been having such a good day. It's been a very silly day. And I'm so glad that you're here because I am continuing my streak of while Zach is gone, I get to set fire to the drapes.
I
And
love it.
and
I've been
then
watching the progression.
and then he gets back and I get to be like, Zach, look what I did. And because we're friends, he has to say, oh, cool. Oh my
Oh, that's
god.
amazing.
And and you, I'm very excited, okay? You being here means that you are now the recipient of my open a video bits. I got a bit for you, okay?
I am ready. Lay it on me.
How much do you know about programming?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Okay, great, excellent. In programming, there's the magic words that do the magic word things, and you can also comment out words so that the computer doesn't read those words. It just ignores them, treats them like blank spaces. Okay, and my granted, this story I have been unable to verify. All right, this comes to me second or third hand, but it's so funny that I want to share it. In
All right.
in early space flight documentation, there are recorded, commented out sections. My smallest sibling, who is going into computer science, shared one of these with me. So, like, when I am programming, I will comment out things like this section is designed to sort the list. Do not confuse it with the section 2 sections below, which sorts a different list, right? Or in all caps, you're an idiot. Why would you put this here? This is very poorly done. But then of course I won't change it. In a 1970s and 80s early spaceflight programming, in the final version, there is a commented out section that says in all caps, I hope this isn't the final version.
That's amazing.
And I
I hope
identify with that so strongly.
we need to tell Rusty. He's gonna love that.
Wait, we need to spread this around. Because if this is apocryphal, fine. That doesn't make it less funny. But if someone can verify this for me, if someone can find what this is, I want it, right? I want to see this, okay? All right. Mira, I want to welcome you to the
Well, thank
Hunger
you.
Game of Thrones.
I'm ready. Lay it on me.
Zach's gone. I get to do whatever I want. Mira, can you see my screen? Confirm me you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Wonderful. Excellent. I've taken a bunch of Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire characters, and I have put them into a Hunger Games simulator.
Oh no.
And we're gonna watch them kill each other. I'm so excited. So, if from District 1, I tried to pair them adequately, right? We have the Hound and Arya, right? That seems reasonable. We have Jaime and Brienne. We have Bran and Hodor. We have Littlefinger and Varys. I think that's a fun dynamic, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We have Tywin and the Mountain. Fine. We have Tyrion and Podrick, of course. We
Podrick's a good wingman.
we of course have Mira Reed and Mira Reeds. We we have Euron from season 6 and Euron from A Feast for Crows. We have Dany and Barristan. I think that tracks. Would you agree that tracks?
Oh, absolutely.
And of course, we have Cersei Lannister and her best friend, a barrel of Arbor Gold. We have George Martin and the Winds of Winter.
Hmm.
And of course, we have Zach and Tom.
Oh, I love it. Is this game going to be like skewed or biased at all?
A very interesting question. I have no idea what this is gonna do. This is a fan made thing that will I think pseudo randomly give us things that happen, and we're gonna talk about. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna press the go button.
Okay, so like it just goes.
Boom! I did it. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Theon runs away from the cornucopia. Yara, Tormund, and Bet. What the heck? Wait, no, hang on. Wait, is this correct?
Data?
How did these guys get in here? Wait a minute. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Hang on. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. We somehow went to game 2. We have spoiled the characters for game 2. We're gonna have to come back to game 1. Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
We're gonna do it. Theon runs away from the cornucopia. Yara, Tormund, and Benjen are working together. We have
That tracks.
We have Data the android who grabs the shield leaning on the cornucopia. What a disaster. We have Aryo Hota who runs away from the cornucopia. Captain.
Wait, is Aryo Hota a camera?
Aryo Hota, yeah, he's famously a camera with legs. Someone in the comments tell me if that joke tracks. I don't know. Captain Time and Beric Dondarrion fight for a bag. Captain Time gives up and retreats. Of course we have. Oh my god! Davos Seaworth sets an explosive off, killing Geor Mormont, Thoros of Myr, Cold Hands, and Tormund's bear.
Oh.
Oh no! Okay, we have. This is random internet guy who runs away from the cornucopia. Ygritte runs away from the cornucopia. Shireen finds a bag full of explosives. Mormont's raven runs away from the cornucopia. Zach retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Doran Martell runs away from the cornucopia. Captain Picard snatches a pair of sais. All right, John finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Melisandre runs away. Tom runs away. And Stannis runs away from the cornucopia. All right. And we, of course, are sportscasters. Do you have any commentary you want to deliver? Like, man, this has got to be the play of the day, right? My God.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. From all the way downtown, Davos coming in with that explosive. You know, I've never seen anything like it in all my years of watching the game, Tom.
Truly extraordinary. A quad kill in the first 8 to 10 seconds of the game. Really extraordinary. Really extraordinary. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, Davos is here to win. He's not here to mess around.
Absolutely. Captain Picard out here wielding sais. We know that he has some amount of martial training. I don't know if this is a weapon he's proficient with, but I think that he's going to be an interesting one to watch.
Yeah, and I think Data was maybe onto something, grabbing that shield. You know, with his android positronic brain powers. You know, he might be noticing things that we're missing.
Of course, this is going to be a formidable team going forward. Yara, Tormund, and Benjen. I am interested to see if Tormund is negatively impacted by the fact that his girlfriend has been exploded.
Oh yeah, because Benjen and Cold Hands are different people.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, is that up for debate?
Of course not. They just look so similar in the picture.
Yeah, I can see how that could cause some confusion. They're very, they're very similar builds. Yeah. Oh my God! All right, I'm pressing the go button. Day 1. Okay, Yara, Ygritte, Picard, Tom, and Davos hunt together for other tributes.
It seems like a solid team. I mean, Davos is cutthroat. I think,
Oh my God.
you know, the rest of them just want to make sure they're not getting blown up.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh my God. Oh, make it so. Theon tries to sleep through the entire day. Jon tries to sleep through the entire day. Aryo runs away from Beric Dondarrion. Okay, perfect. Data diverts Stannis' attention and runs away. How now I'm having a little bit of trouble here on the slow-mo. Mira, how did Data divert Stannis' attention?
Probably with a paradox. Because Stannis is a little half robotic on his own. So.
Data, of course, spending so much time around Wesley Crusher, is now immune to paradoxes. So he's able to throw one or two out and distract Stannis. Tormund Giantsbane is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Shireen makes a wooden spear. Melisandre tends to Zach's wounds. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, goodness. You don't say. Doran searches for a water source. Benjen casually constructs a shack. Benjen has a whole building. Captain Time stalks Mormont's Raven.
That does not surprise me at all. I could see Captain Time being fixated on birds.
Yeah, absolutely. He's like a bird pecked at one of his thistles one time. And he's just following Mormont's Raven through the entire... Oh my god. And of course, random internet guy explores the arena. Perfect. Okay, moving right along. Okay, now we have the announcement of the fallen tributes. Jeor Mormont from District 9 is gone. Thoros from District 3 is gone. Cold Hands from District 6 is gone. And of course, fan favorite Tormund's Bear, gone on the first day. A real tragedy.
Yeah, I was really expecting the bear to make it. I mean, bears have significant outdoors experience.
Excellent fisher people.
And berry foragers.
Yeah, very skilled. Like as we know, tributes have been taken out in the past by bees and related insects, and I don't think that a bear would have that kind of trouble. Bears famously resistant to bee stings.
Well, except for Winnie the Pooh.
Of course, except for Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh makes up for that with his extraordinary tactician's brain. Winnie the Pooh, famously good battle tactician. Can I please get some fan art of that?
Yes, please. Please send it to us in the Discord.
Moving on to night 1, Ygritte sets up camp for the night. Raven dies of thirst.
What?
Raven is dead. Mormont's
I would have
Raven
thought birds had more survival instincts.
My God, extraordinary. My God, I didn't even get to do all that much of a bit about Raven from Teen Titans. I guess we're just moving on. RIG looks at the night sky. Captain Time and Beric Dondarrion run into each other and decide to truce for the night. All right. Tormund passes out from exhaustion. Oh no, could be a problem. Stannis, Doran, Ario, Melisandre, and Tom sleep in shifts. Now, we've been watching the dynamic of these 5. Do we think that this is a team thing for safety, or an uneasy truce?
I think this is very uneasy. With the history between Doran and Stannis, I can't imagine them staying teamed up for long. And I mean, Tom isn't really going to elicit any loyalty from any of these guys. So my prediction is if they're going to go for somebody, he's going to be the first to go.
Now, I find it interesting, a little bit of drama here on the field. I find it interesting that Melisandre is no longer teamed with Zach. I wonder if there was a falling out there.
Oh, Melisandre was the redhead. When Zach came in to be the homewrecker. We have the answer now.
Oh my God, I'm crying. Benjen and Yara.
It was a deep callback.
Benjen and Yara sleep in shifts. Very reasonable. Zach, Data, and Shireen cheerfully sing songs together. And I'm listening in. What is that I hear coming out of their little section of the forest?
Oh, they're probably sea shanties. I could see Data.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's the Wellerman that I hear. And Data, of course, he and a lot of people don't remember this. Late in season 7, he had speakers installed in his upper pectoral muscles.
Oh, so they have the accompaniment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's got the real bassy sort of low tones. Theon, Picard, and Davos discuss the games and what might happen in the morning, and of course, Jon thinks about winning. And this is what, night 1? I think we're moving on to the morning of day 2? Yes. Ooh, Captain Time receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Wow. Wow, somebody out there is looking out for Captain Time. I don't know. I was kind of hoping to set that up like an announcer passing to another announcer. You know.
And I just totally blanked.
You know. Like, wow, somebody out there is looking out for him. I expected like a John Madden sort of response.
I'll let you in on a secret, Tom. I've maybe watched 5 sports games in my life, but it's good. I've watched a lot of Futurama. I've watched a lot of movies where people impersonate Howard Cosell.
For sure.
Everybody go watch Better Off Dead. Highly recommend.
Oh my god, this is the most fun I've ever had. Yara chases Davos. Benjen begs for Melisandre to kill him. Melisandre refuses, keeping Benjen alive. Extraordinary.
Do you think that could be some kind of like religious thing for her? I mean, do we see Melisandre executing people outside of burning them alive?
You're right. Maybe she just didn't have enough Tinder, right? You can't.
Yeah, she should have updated her phone.
God damn it! You beat me to the joke by half a sentence. Damn it! God damn it! Zach receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, and Tom receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor.
So presumably it's the same sponsor.
What if it's the same hatchet?
Oh, you guys have to take turns with it.
We have to share.
I'll try to think of who that could be. You think it's from Glidus?
Oh my god, did Glidus parachute in one hatchet for us to share?
I could absolutely see him pulling that kind of prank, yeah.
John is picked.
Pricked by thorns while picking berries. You still there, Tom?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just dying.
It's okay.
It's just like
Data.
the image of one hatchet with 2 names parachuting in is so funny to me. Oh my god.
You know what he said? He said, "You made me share the redhead. Now you guys share the hatchet."
Okay. Oh my god, you want to take the rest of this one? Okay.
Absolutely.
I can't breathe. Oh my god.
Commander Data camouflages himself in the bushes. Ygritte tries to spear a fish with a trident. Theon, Stannis, Picard, Beric raid Duran's camp while he is hunting.
Oh my god, what assholes!
How is he hunting without Areo Hotah?
This is very true. Wait, wait, maybe that's what this one is. Arya, oh, that's why. Arya's asleep.
Oh, okay. Shireen makes a slingshot. Shireen's been making a lot of things this game.
Shireen, very crafty, perhaps an unsung competitor. A very exciting character that we're seeing coming out of these games.
Yeah, we could be seeing, like an underdog contender for finals. Tormund constructs a shack.
There's now 2 buildings in the play arena.
And RIG hunts for other tributes.
That tracks. This makes sense to me. just running around with political commentary and a knife. And I have to assume he's making this face.
Exactly that face. I've heard he is relatively skilled with a sword.
Oh my god! Oh no! We have an arena event.
Oh,
Oh no! A monstrous hurricane wreaks havoc on the arena.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Shireen is alive. Data is alive. Captain Time is alive. Tom is incapacitated by flying debris and fucking dies.
Well, I guess Zach gets the hatchet all to himself
He's
now.
gone. Weird how that debris was hatchet shaped. Crazy. Okay. Davos survives. All right, cool, fine. Melisandre is incapacitated by flying debris and fucking dies. Oh no! She wasn't supposed to be in that hurricane. That was just supposed to be Kuhuromo.
Zach is taking out everybody close to him
Oh no!
under cover of hurricane.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Benjen Stark is sucked into the hurricane.
Oh, no. How does that even work?
Oh my god! Fan art, please! Can I get someone to draw Benjen Stark? Someone draw this hurricane scene, please. I need it. It's really important to me. Dormant survives. Stannis survives. Oh no! These two did something together. Oh no! Oh no! Ygritte tries to save Beric from being sucked into the hurricane, only to be sucked in as well. Oh my god, oh no! Jon tries, oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
This hurricane is just taking everybody out.
Oh my god. Oh,
I wonder if the shacks saved people.
Is this what that song was about? Oh
In the
no!
eye of a hurricane, there is silence.
Did he?
Just a moment. A yellow sky. Is that how it goes? I don't know.
Then Picard stabs R.I.G., then pushes him close enough to the hurricane to suck him in.
I think whoever made this was thinking tornado.
I don't think this is what hurricanes do.
No, not at all.
I don't think this is what happens.
Sometimes the eastern side of a hurricane typically has tornadoes. So that's why, like, if you live on the Atlantic coast of the United States, you get much heavier rain because it'll be the west side of the storm hitting you, versus on the Gulf, you won't get as much rainfall, but a much higher likelihood of tornadoes.
Oh, that's extremely interesting. We're learning something about... I'm learning things about meteorology, and Captain Jean-Luc Picard is fucking stabbing random internet guy in the stomach and pushing him into a tornado, into a hurricane. I don't know if there's a line, right? I don't think there's a line with hurricanes where you get too close and you get sucked up into the middle.
There is not.
Oh my god. Okay, let's move on. Oh my god, it's so much fun. Oh yes, 10 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Raven, of course, right? Yup. Tom. Raven. How did Raven die?
Thirst.
Raven fucking died first. And Tom, Melisandre, Benjen, Ygritte, Beric, Jon, Theon, and Doran all die of hurricane. And R.I.G. dies of hurricane-induced, and I'm sorry, knife wound-induced hurricane. Oh
At
my
the hands
god.
of Jean-Luc Picard, no less.
Extraordinary. Let's take a moment, see if we can see everyone's status. Yes. Okay, so District 1 completely wiped out. Yara is still alive in District 2. District 3 completely wiped out. Stannis is still alive, as are both Shireen and Davos. Very exciting. Very exciting. Do you think that we're going to see some team combat, perhaps between Shireen and Davos and Captain Picard and Lieutenant Commander Data?
Yeah, I do think so. Between Shireen and Davos, we have seen an immense capacity, like resourcefulness combined with ruthlessness. However, on the Federation side, we're getting that Federation technology. So I think it's I could absolutely see some teaming up and playing to each team's strengths.
I do want to point out that Davos Seaworth currently leading the kill leaderboard with those
That's true. And
with those 4 kills at the beginning of the game.
And Shireen picked up those extra explosives on the way out from the
She
cornucopia.
did. Do you think we're gonna see some of those get loaded into her slingshot?
Oh, now there's an idea. Yeah, because Shireen's not going to be up for some, close-up hand-to-hand combat, but I could absolutely see, her using projectile explosives.
Tormund still alive, but as you can see from this hollow expression, he is lamenting the loss of the bear.
He'll never take the bear to the fair again.
Nope. The maiden fair.
The fair of maidens.
The maiden fair, yes. Yeah, the fair full of maiden. The maiden fair. The bear and the maiden fair. Fan art, please. It's very important. I need to see Tormund and a bear at a maiden fair. We have Captain Time, of course, random internet guy dead, stabbed in the stomach by Captain Picard. I find it interesting that we're counting that as Captain Picard's kill.
Yeah, because he threw RIG into the hurricane.
He threw him into the hurricane because RIG was maybe like they were both on the high ground. They were on top of a cliff, and there was a hurricane below them.
It's over. I have the high ground.
Takes another hit. The very high ground. And of course, we have Ario still alive. We're going to get some really great footage. And Zach still alive with the hatchet. 100, I'm calling it right now. That is absolutely Chekhov's hatchet. We're going to see it later.
Looking forward to it.
Oh my God, what a disaster. Here we go. We are now night 2. Davos, Stannis, and Shireen cheerfully sing songs together. Sure. Now what are they singing?
Oh, what would Stannis permit them to sing?
This is
probably educational songs. He won't
sure.
let Shireen sing anything fun.
Yeah, they're singing like the closing like rap numbers from Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh, that actually sounds like a lot of fun. Can we have a Bill Nye the Science Guy night?
Oh my God, is Bill Nye the Science Guy is PBS, right?
Yeah.
Can we stream that?
I don't know.
I think we.
There's probably still a licensing thing, but yeah, we might could.
Oh my God, we could perhaps have been able to have done that.
Yeah.
Picard, Tormund, and Ario sleep in shifts. Wait a minute, I don't want to leave this topic, because I actually love this idea. I would love to do a commentary track over, like, the entire, 7-hour first season of Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I'm into that. You can catch that. You heard it here, folks. You can see that on the Interesting Nerd Network.
Absolutely, get on over there. Now remember, that's our silly channel. On this channel, we do serious things, like Zach and Yara sleep in shifts. Data, oh no! Oh my God! Data screams for help. Oh no! Oh no, my guy! Oh no! And Captain Time cries himself to sleep. Oh.
Well, I mean, I don't, I'm sure he's feeling very poorly having lost his companion.
Oh my God. We're coming down to the wire here, Mir. There's only 10 competitors left in this game.
And a lot of weapons and explosives.
Who do we think are the front runners here going into day 3?
Well, Arya Hightower has shown a certain tenacity, a certain ability to stay alive. Meanwhile, Davos and Zach, I think, both have displayed a certain ruthlessness. I do believe Zach is responsible for at least 2 of those hurricane deaths.
Yeah, they're not credited because really all he did was angle the hatchet kind of like a paper football.
Yeah, precisely, and just wait for the wind to pick it up right.
You fucking killed me. And Captain Time, we're seeing a like a lack of self-confidence coming out here from Captain Time. Do we think he's gonna get that back?
Oh, he could. He might just need the night to, sort of reset, adjust to the fact that his best friend is dead. And we might see him come back, with a vengeance, especially toward Captain Picard, who was responsible for throwing RIG into the hurricane.
I'm glad that you described. I'm glad you used the word best friend because I thought that the relationship between Captain Time and the bear was a little bit more like I thought it was like acquaintanceship, but I'm glad to know that they're so close. It's the beginning of day 3. You want to take this one?
Absolutely. Zach, Stannis, and Picard hunt for other tributes.
Wow, okay, perfect.
Tormund thinks about home. Yara sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate.
Oh,
that seems
no!
a little out of character. What do you think, Tom?
I am inclined to agree. She seems like the kind of person who would charge in. I wonder if she's perhaps sporting an injury that we don't know about that's making her a little bit more cautious, or maybe she's just like distracted by a bigger prize. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it could also be wanting to conserve her energy. They have access to limited resources. Davos begs for Aryo to kill him. He reluctantly obliges, killing Davos.
Oh
Wow.
my God, Davos
Out of left field.
dead. Oh my God, I didn't even know that they had that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
My God.
Well, and I'm a little astonished at Davos just leaving Shireen out there in the wind.
Yeah, where is Shireen? We haven't seen her yet. We'll see her presumably in a couple of minutes, but Davos is gone. Taken out at the hand. I assume that we haven't seen Aryo Hota pick up any weapons or armaments. I have to assume that Aryo Hota just took the camera rig and hit him in the head a bunch of times.
Or he used the lens to angle rays from the sun.
Oh, to set him on fire.
Set Davos on fire.
Like an ant.
Precisely.
I need fan art. This is what we've been talking about, right?
Yep. Yeah, Data travels to higher ground, taking a leaf out of Captain Picard's book. Mm-hmm. Shireen is pricked by thorns while picking berries, and Captain Time thinks about home.
Now, the berries, we've seen those come about a few times. John was pricked by berries, and Tom was pricked by berries. I don't think that those had any bearing on them because they both died in a hurricane. So we'll see if anything happens to Shireen. Wait, did Davos get grayscale?
Oh, that could be.
Is that what happened?
That would make sense. Yeah.
Oh my God. Davos being the only person in the series who is not part Targaryen, he is not immune to grayscale, and he got grayscale, and he's like, Aryo, please, before I turn into a stone man and kill Shireen, I need you to kill me. So he did the thing where he's like, he told Shireen to go off into the woods and pick berries, and then called to Davos to kill him.
Oh, that was very noble of him wanting to protect Shireen from that awful sight.
Very kind, very kind. He's a good man, Davos Seaworth is.
He is, even though he exploded 4 people at the beginning of the game.
And of course, at the canon shots, we have only one death: the noble and honorable death of Davos Seaworth.
And I believe another commentator has joined us, Tom.
Oh no! Oh, there's more people in here.
Are you guys live? Is this a stream right now?
Oh, we're recording right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought maybe you guys were just chilling. I looked at the stream preview and for some reason I think Data was on the screen when I saw the preview and I was like, oh, they're just talking about Star Trek. I'm a schmoozy on in here and just say what's up. But
now, I'm so glad
what are you guys actually doing?
We have the occasional color commentator that pops into the booth during the Hunger Games. I know that random internet guy currently looking at the scoreboard as visible through the heads-up display on his monitor. Now, random internet guy, I know that you're on the ground, so why don't you give us a bit of a rundown on who's alive and who's dead?
Well, I see Yara Greyjoy alive. So I'm guessing this is the show, right? This is the show characters. We've got Yara, we got alive Stannis, good to see. I like seeing Stannis alive. We got alive Shireen, very good to see. That's probably not going to last forever.
Shireen alive. Davos Seaworth sacrificed himself after contracting grayscale, so as to not harm Shireen.
Okay, I like it. Davos would do that. He would give his life. Zach from the club is alive. There we go. I like to see that. I'm deceased, unfortunately, but I like that my picture is Louise.
Wait, I thought this was you. I thought this was a portrait.
Oh no, I'm the bald guy. Remember, I'm often in the background getting a burger, but I'm not actually a member of the family.
Oh, see, we saw the club and thought that was how you wield a sword.
No, that more or less that is my my tactic in Boohurt. The game is largely dominated by people who know judo. I don't really know judo that well, but I do know how to whack people. So that's my thing.
The only still active full team, of course, Random Internet Guy.
We got Picard. We got Data. Who else? We got Captain Time's alive. Arya Hota's alive.
Now, of course, they as you know, being a veteran of that, you know that they all come in teams of 2. So
I had no idea, but yes, I see that Picard Data, the Star Trek team is currently in the alive position.
How many Hunger Games have you commentated, Mr. Guy?
So I'm gonna be honest here that I have never commentated a Hunger Game before. My knowledge of the Hunger Games is limited. I'm so wealthy that I'm almost like privileged beyond even needing to know that our society runs on a system of Hunger Games.
Oh,
sure. I'm
that
that level of privileged.
I had forgotten. I had confused you with random internet peasant.
No, I'm definitely not one of the poors, as we call them.
All right, we're moving on. We're going to night 3, and I'm so sorry. You're now locked into this video. We're getting through this game, and you're coming.
No.
Proceed.
I'll do my best.
What? Random Minute, why don't you give us a read on what's happening this day during the Hunger Games?
So, Stannis, apparently he's fending Shireen, Picard, and Zach away from the fire. Now, this makes a lot of sense because Stannis being Azor Ahai and the one destined to carry the fiery sword, like, he's pretty, uptight about his fire. So, I can kind of see it. Yara destroys Arya's supplies while he's asleep. Also, very Ironborn kind of thing to do. Mm-hmm. And I can't read what's going on with Tormund. So what's happening with Tormund? What's going on with him?
That's pretty bold, right? It's bold of Yara to destroy Arya's supplies, but not just kill Arya. So I wonder if there's some sort of relationship there that we don't know about. Mira, what do you think of that?
I do think it's interesting that she destroyed the supplies instead of stealing them. Presumably they would be valuable.
A very interesting point. We know that like he has all that like good camera equipment. I wonder if it was just like a moral thing, right? He was just trying to morale thing is what I meant and didn't say.
I kind of wonder if maybe she wanted to deal a finishing blow, but couldn't do it, and so she's just kind of letting the lack of supply do her dirty work for her.
Oh no! Now,
oh dear.
Now, our color commentator in the field. We got two more things that have happened here.
Oh my word! Oh my. Well, I guess we'll read the good news first, which is Tormund received medical supplies from an unknown supplier or unknown sponsor, and I'm guessing it was that bear that he had the the Shexit time with back in the day.
No, I'm sorry to contradict you. That bear was his partner at the beginning of the game. That bear's dead.
Oh no! Oh, the bear is gone. Oh my word. Well, maybe it is one of the cubs. He's got to have someone on his team in secret, right?
You're right.
Tormund's got to have some secret allies.
All that talk about giant hairy babies. That must have been one of them.
Yeah.
No, I think why else would you have giant hairy babies if not to have them send you medical supplies?
If not to give this is my argument for reforming the American healthcare system. I mean, this is like basically this is fundamentally what it all comes down to if we really want to examine the issue.
99% have to rely on hairy bear cubs to bring them medical supplies, universal healthcare. would solve this, and we would stop relying on the
Universal
price
healthcare would
gouging
end our
bans.
reliance on hairy bear cubs. It's just true. And a lot of the Nordic countries have reduced their reliance on hairy bear cubs, and they're Nordic countries where bears are hairier and more prevalent than they are in the U.S. I mean, like, come on, guys, what are we even doing?
That's actually what Arctic and Antarctic mean. The Arctic Circle is the circle where there are bears, and the Antarctic Circle is the circle away from bears.
Is that real? Because I had thought that was the location. I had thought Arctic was the place where all of the curved blood-sucking insects lived, and the Antarctic was the place where none of those were.
So my question is, what about all those smaller bears? What about all those smaller bears that we forget about? Like, I could have sworn there was like some bears that lived in like parts of India and Africa that were more closer to the equator, like the sun bear. And there's like sun bears. Are we only talking about like North American bears?
No, we are talking about sun bears and daughter bears. Now, I think we're sort of glossing over.
Okay, yeah. So this was the bad news. See, we were so interested in not having to announce this, but so Data, who I'm a huge fan of personally, and I can understand why this would happen, but it's still, I think this is a tragedy that's going to affect the people in the audience quite heavily because Data has ambushed and killed Time, and I'm guessing this is Captain Time, or is this just a time plant?
No, this is Captain Time, right? Captain. He's closely associated with the other Power Rangers: Captain Rosemary, Captain Sage, Captain Parsley, and of course Captain McCormick Seasoning.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to get me a lot of flack, but part of me kind of like I said, I almost want to say like. Not saying Captain Time deserved it, but maybe he brought it upon himself by watching Firefly and not making time to watch TNG.
Oh, you think that the Data had a vendetta?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think Data had a little lore going on.
Yeah, I think maybe Data, Data gave him an opportunity to redeem himself and asked him some, next gen trivia. And when Captain Time was unable to answer, Data, in a fit of logic, executed him summarily.
In a fit of logic.
I mean, I'm sure Picard was against it. Picard was probably like, no, Data, we can't hurt Captain Time. He's a fellow captain. But I think Data, knowing the reality of the situation, took things into his own hands.
But Captain Picard, he's on the dark side now, and like, what is Data to do when Captain Picard is trying to steal Stannis' Azora high powers?
Yeah, who did Picard throw into the hurricane?
Wait, who did
Someone.
Picard? Oh yes, of course. Picard stabbed random internet guy in the stomach and threw him into a hurricane.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, there was that whole episode where he got taught how to use knives by the guy who only spoke in metaphors,
So
or stories or examples or whatever it was.
Ermac and Jalad at the Hunger Games.
Yeah, exactly.
Peeta and Katniss eating poisonous mushrooms. So we have the feast, of course, as we all know, being veterans of this. We all know that at a certain point there is a feast wherein supplies, including food and ammunition and weapons, are replenished at the original cornucopia. Yara, I see, decides not to go. Stannis decides not to go. Tormund decides not to go, and Picard decides not to go. Data overpowers Zach, fucking killing him.
Yeah, see, I think the fact that Data's an android is playing pretty heavily in here. I mean, like, not a lot of people are going to be able to kill Data, and so Picard's trying to sort out his own morals and figure out how to get control of Data again. And meanwhile, Data's off handling the show.
Now, Data's not the kind of individual to kill someone without a good reason. So, Mira, I had a little bit of trouble over the mic. Can you tell me, what was it that Zach said that made Data snap and stab him in the throat with a broken half of Next Generation Season 3?
Well, I think it was when Zach admitted to being responsible for the deaths of Tom and Melisandre, because Data had secretly been harboring feelings for Tom.
I had been getting some of that impression,
Yeah.
There was a little bit of chemistry between them.
I mean, that's really what Data's whole arc in TNG is about, is he's always had feelings, it's just about learning that he has them. And he certainly learned he had feelings for Tom.
And he's certainly always been fully functional.
Yeah, see, exactly.
we Data lamenting the loss of Tom in an interview, at a trial some years later, says we were ... intimate. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Whoa, my god. Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god. Mira, what the hell's going on here?
What a turn of events here.
No, this really makes me think. Like I said, if I had to pick out what's going on here, Data's primary responsibility is to get the captain home safe. Notice how Captain Picard is always off chilling and Data is always off murdering. Like, this is the strategy here. These guys, like Picard, maybe he even knows, but like he knows he can't stop Data, and so he's just discovering rivers while Data's colluding to murder Yara.
They are. I also find it interesting that Stannis and Shireen back on the same side after all that's happened. They joining together, father and daughter, murdering Yara, murdering Asha, just like Stannis always wanted.
Yeah. I mean, well, they do say that blood is stronger than characters that appear in the TV adaptation.
And Picard, of course, discovers a river. Now, RIG, what river do you think that this is? Do we think this is River Song, Rivers Cuomo?
River Phoenix?
Is it River Phoenix, perhaps?
I mean, I was hoping that it wasn't River from Firefly, because that might trigger Data again.
Oh,
but
no.
If I had to pick, I think it might be the River Styx, not the Greek mythology Styx, but the band Styx. I hear that they own a river, and it's nice, and it was leased to the Hunger Games proprietors at one point.
Yes, Picard, of course, finding this River Styx while he has too much time on his hands.
Oh, that would be a good income stream.
Yeah, I see exactly. This
income stream.
I think it all flows. I think it all flows from that first assumption.
And of course we have the cannon shot tributes: Captain Time dead, Zach dead, and Yara dead. Captain Time and Zach both dead at the hands of Lieutenant Commander Data. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Wow, goodness.
I mean, and this is no offense to Zach and Time. I'm sure that they've won their fair share of bar fights in their time. But I mean, if I had to bet on who would come out of a room, the three of them in there alone, if I had to bet who'd survive, my money's on Data.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Data, of course, being able to bend steel beams, and Zach, of course, being able to do several sit-ups.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean,
and accurately position hatchets.
Yeah, who among us could really hope to beat up Data when he's bending tritanium or whatever the hell he was bending,
Zach, I'm not trying to dunk on you. Turns to camera 2. Zach, I'm not trying to dunk on you. I'll try to do that later. You're very attractive. Proceed.
Proceed.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
All right, Mira, why don't you read out what we got here?
All right. We have Tormund, Data, and Aereo cheerfully singing songs together. Perhaps Tormund is sharing the ballad of the time he took the bear to the maiden fair with these two who presumably wouldn't be familiar with it, but could learn it quickly.
Yeah.
Shireen is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Maybe this is strategic, though, if she's worried about spreading the grayscale. Although I guess that would work in her favor. We'll see how that plays out. Stannis passes out from exhaustion, and Picard receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. So now we have 2 explosives at play in the game here tonight.
Absolutely. Now, random internet guy again. I think I'm having trouble with my. Oh no, we already did a bit on what song it is. Never mind. We're moving on.
Yeah, I stole that one. I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It was funny. I had just literally forgotten. Random internet guy. What do we got? What do we got here on the Morning trending toward afternoon of day 5.
Yeah, so day 5 here, we got Picard is noticing some smoke in the distance, but decides not to investigate. And this to me says that he probably thinks that Data has polished off another one of their potential competitors, and he's just like, God, Data, I wish you didn't have to kill everybody. Shireen's discovered a cave, so given that she was making fire before, I'm guessing that she was probably, or trying to make fire, she probably was out in the open, and she's probably been like making her way to this shelter. I don't know what she'll do. Data has received a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. This is not surprising. I mean, we know our sponsors love to see fun and interesting murder. We know that's part of the whole thing.
Too, and there is precedent. This must be the same hatchet from the same sponsor, Glidus.
Precisely.
Yeah, and I think that's a good move by Glidus to spice up this whole event by giving Data the hatchet. I mean, a hatchet wielding android. They're like, what the fuck are you gonna do, guys? Come on.
Really?
Yeah, I think Glidus
a lot more interesting of a scenario.
Yeah, Glidus has identified the writing on the wall, and he sees which horse he needs to back here.
Yeah, we'll see how well that pays off for him. Very bold of Glidus, by the way, to enter the play area, obtain that hatchet, find Data, give him the hatchet, and then exit the area. Actually, we don't know. He might still be in the area. We don't know.
A rogue Glidus appears.
Okay. We, of course, have Stannis attempting to run away from Areo Hota. Areo Hota, famously slow. Being a part of the Dorne plot, famously does not move very quickly. So, Stannis, I'm a little surprised. Maybe he was previously injured, and this is a resprain. Very difficult to get an injury while running away from Areo Hota. And, of course, Tormund tries to sleep through the entire day. I like to think that he's just hungover. What do you think, Random Internet Guy?
Yeah, I mean, he could be hungover. He could just be bored. I feel like, I mean, there was just some collusion for a murder, but that's pretty normal for Tormund. I feel like that's just like an everyday thing. We're just like, it's just this could be him. This could be him slowing down and just kind of getting kind of over the whole event. Like this is becoming a little too Wednesday, a little too routine.
Yeah, he's just like.
He may also be emulating his former lover, the bear, known for sleeping.
Yeah, famous hibernators.
Oh, I like that. He could be going into a hibernation.
Ooh, that'll be very useful, but Shireen could be discovering him right now.
Oh, do you think he's in the cave?
Bears famously hibernate in caves. Shireen could be about to walk in on a sleeping Tormund.
Well, we got to know what happens next.
We'll see what happens. No cannon shots heard in the distance. Moving right along.
Data sees a fire, but stays hidden. Oh dear. Shireen convinces Areo to snuggle with her. Good thing he's a camera.
Now, this is a strange decision. RIG, can you explain this decision?
I can only assume that that Areo is in fact a camera and thus inanimate, and therefore it's not strange that a child would snuggle with him.
Yeah, I think that must be. See, that really recontextualizes it for me that Data is not the only robot currently on the field.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe Areo in this context is some kind of weird like Wall-E without the tracks, and that's like more or less what's going on here. We got just like a camera, and then, like this makes it extra weird that Stannis couldn't run away from the camera, but maybe that's what it is. Maybe Stannis couldn't get out of the view of the camera since the guy who plays him is always hogging up the screen with all that glorious beauty.
Yeah, Areo just doing the Wade from Kim Possible thing where he's just like an iPad on sticks, just moving around.
Well, and I'm guessing that beam from the lens gets a pretty good distance, so even if the camera is not moving particularly quickly, the danger zone could be pretty broad.
Stannis, unable to start a fire, sleeps without warmth. Do we think that this is lampshading the fact that Stannis is not Azor Ahai?
No, I think that we've seen that since Shireen can't start a fire and Stannis can't start a fire, that this is hereditary. This is the hereditary inability to start a fire.
I must
They are
disagree.
not the fire starter. They are not the
Yeah.
instigator.
I must
Yeah.
disagree. This is much closer to Midsummer than Hereditary. Tormund,
Oh,
we
okay.
see,
No,
goes.
but I disagree back because they did start a fire in Midsommar.
That's true. They started a fire in Hereditary too.
Oh, they did.
They did.
Oh shit!
Oh,
They
no.
did? I never saw Hereditary, so I wouldn't know.
Hereditary, very good. Very sad, very good. You know, do we think that we can get away with streaming Hereditary, everybody?
Absolutely.
Maybe,
not.
yeah,
Watch it. We can have a
yeah.
private movie night.
So does anybody turns to camera two? If anyone in the comments has an in with Ari Aster, just go ahead and get that for us. We'd love to do that. We'd love to have him on for a Hunger Games, but all the characters from Midsummer.
So Mira, I just want to point out that you said hibernation and Tormund went to sleep. I think that you've nailed it.
Where's Shireen? Shireen and Ario are totally snuggling in that cave.
I mean, maybe. We don't know. These could be two different locations because, like, Tormund's just full on becoming a bear napper at this point. He's, like, taking a bear nap.
Okay, moving on to the beginning of day 6. Mira, why don't you take this one for us?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Unbelievable twist!
Oh my god!
Who could have foreseen it? While Tormund is thinking about home, Ario and Stannis work together to drown Data. Now,
My
I
God.
didn't even know Data could
That is-
drown.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
like, normally Data couldn't drown, so something wild has gone on here.
Oh my god, Chekhov's River Styx comes back, and we see Data sailing away.
Oh my word.
I appreciate a quiet
unbelievable.
chuckle on my
The hatchet
third
meant
Styx
nothing.
joke.
The hatchet meant nothing.
No, maybe we'll see like Ario or Stannis like pull it out of the mud here in a couple of minutes.
Shireen
We
constructs
found it!
another
We found
shack.
it!
This is interesting that Shireen has the time and supplies to build a shack. But Picard received... Okay, so the hatchet has been recovered and given to Picard now. This is a strange... Someone is definitely batting for Team Picard to win, that's for sure.
Glidus is still out there.
Yeah, and he's a strong TNG sponsor, apparently.
Glidus is still out there, crouched behind a bush, saying, "Hey, Captain, take this axe." Hey,
And my axe.
he goes to run away, and he turns back, and he's like, "Hey, make it so," and then he runs away.
I will take the axe to Mordor.
Oh, arena event. Hallucinogenic gas. The remaining tributes. Oh no! The remaining tributes begin to hallucinate. Tormund eats a scorpion, thinking it's a delicate dessert, and Stannis mistakes Picard for a bear. And
Oh my
kills him.
word. Oh my word. So Ice and Fire characters have officially eliminated all of the non-Ice and Fire characters, huh?
My goodness. Oh
And
no.
Stannis and Shireen are the only two still alive. I wonder if we're going to have a Stannis-Shireen team-up ending.
Oh, I hope so. Oh no.
Wait, no,
Shireen-
Ario's still there. I forgot about Ario. I thought it was just Stannis, Shireen, and Tormund. And they were the only two, fucking Baratheons left.
Shireen hugs a tracker jacker nest, believing it to
Leaving
be a
it to
pillow.
be a fellow.
Well,
oh
now,
no.
now we discussed bees earlier. Famously, in years past, participants in the Hunger Games have been taken out by bees. We discussed Mira that the bear might have an advantage. Picard might have also had an advantage being a bear. But can you and I'm having trouble remembering in years past, who did we see taken out by bees, Mira?
Well, we certainly discussed Winnie the Pooh and his propensity to be attacked by bees.
Of course.
My stepdad also, during an ultra marathon at mile 88 of 100, was attacked by bees.
Was that in the
about-
Hunger
what
Games
about,
or was
what
that
about
during the
that-
training?
What about that house, House Beesbury? Do you think that there might be any involvement there?
Oh.
Ooh, is House Beesbury angling for a Dorne victory?
I mean, it's either that or one of our other secret weird sponsors is Jerry Seinfeld in that bizarre B movie I never saw, and he is dropping off Tracker Jacker
My
nests.
God, wait, hold on. Sidebar here. I cannot recommend B movie strongly enough.
Really? Is it good?
No, Jesus Christ, no.
It's like so bad it's fun.
It is. It goes beyond. It's so bad, it's fun, and it becomes so bad it feels like an acid trip.
Oh my word! I don't know if I want that. I like to enjoy my movies when I watch them, but
It is not
how about this?
enjoyable.
How about this? How about this? Why don't we all secretly screen B movie, and then at least I'll have some people to like watch it with, while I be like, "Oh my God, why is this happening to me?"
You're on. We are going to do a Song of Ice and Fire YouTubers analyze the B movie. That's going to be an upcoming video. Look out for it on Random Internet Guy's channel.
It will not be on my channel.
We'll put it on Interesting Nerd Network.
Yeah, it'll be on the Interesting Nerd Network for sure, though. You can watch our live reaction to the B movie there.
Oh my God, the comments of this video are going to be disastrous. So now we don't know at this point, but Random Internet Guy, do you think that the scorpion bite and the Tracker Jacker nest hug are lethal for these characters? Because if so, Stannis will be our victor.
Yeah. So I'm on the fence on both of them, but I for some reason I think the Tracker Jacker thing will not be fatal. I'm just like, maybe it'll just work out in Shireen's favor. Since two people ate scorpions thinking they're a delicate dessert, which is really a strange thing to do. Now I do think they're in the same cave, Tom. Now I'm all of a sudden on what you thought. So
You think that these two found the
scorpions in the same cave.
Yeah,
I mean, you were like they're both in the same cave, and I was like, no. And then now they're both eating scorpions. I'm like, okay, maybe that's true. All right, let's find out. I think Shireen will probably survive though. So let's see what's up with Ario and Tormund.
Here we go. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Data drowned by a collection of people. Tormund killed by a Tracker Jacker. Killed by a
Scorpion.
By a scorpion. Picard.
Oh God, Shireen died. The Tracker Jacker's more lethal. Stannis gonna win.
Shireen is dead. Ario is dead. Proceed. The winner is Stannis from District 4. Unbelievable. Stannis wins by doing absolutely nothing. Really a remarkable come from behind for District 4. Melisandre looking on from the fiery hell she inhabits with pride, and now we get the final screen. We of course and Mira, why don't you take us through some of the highlights of this list we have here?
Oh, well, who could forget Davos Seaworth coming out strong in the beginning with his explosive, taking out 4 competitors immediately at the cornucopia.
Absolutely correct. The only quad kill we saw through this entire thing, unless, of course, we count the hurricane.
That is true. Although I do believe that Zach assisted the hurricane to a certain degree. And correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, but I think Zach planted some of that hatchet-shaped debris.
I think we can be very confident in that, actually. Zach having 0 kills on 0 kills to his name, I do not think that is realistic. He had at least 2, probably more.
Yeah, precisely.
Random Internet Guy, why don't you talk to us a little bit about the competitors who went out early in this competition?
Well, I obviously died, so my memory of everything early on before I was reincarnated to come back and commentate is missing. But I would like to point out data. I mean, like when I was while here in the Afterworld commentary land, I noticed that he was really pulling his weight for Team Star Trek and doing quite a lot of good murder. So I just want to point that out.
Yeah, Team Star Trek, both members of Team Star Trek in the top 6. Very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah, definitely very impressive.
And of course, like some of our animal competitors taken out very early in the game. Tormund's Bear and Gior Mormont's Raven taken out.
Yeah, both competitors that honestly one would think would have made it a lot further, particularly the bear. Bears are generally speaking kind of tough, but yeah, didn't not perform well this game.
Once again, congratulations to Stannis Baratheon for his victory here in this game. Really, honestly remarkable. Should be really proud. Should be looking forward to his whole Guy on Fire tour as the Lord of Light. And I think that is he should really be taking this home to tell his family about it at the end of this. A really impressive showing.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that flaming sword imagery is really gonna help him with his marketing. Sorry.
As we know, winners of the Hunger Games very often have some quite impressive media attention following their success. So, like he's looking for those armies out of the north. They might help him. This victory might help him find that.
Yeah, I think if Stannis is looking to pick up support, particularly from northern tribesmen that used to be bannermen to House Stark, I think they respect strength, and a person who can survive the Hunger Games is definitely a strong king.
All right, commentator who has been with the Hunger Games for 106 years, and has managed to bring some really interesting commentary. Mira Reads, where can people find you?
They can find me at Mira Reads here on YouTube. They can also find me on Twitter at I'm Mira Reads. And on Discord, please come join us in the Interesting Nerd Club server, where I am there a lot.
Yeah, we just passed 200 motherfuckers.
That's fantastic.
I know. And of course, an individual, a former competitor, resurrected, brought back in, presumably body dragged out of the wilderness by Glidus after he couldn't get anybody to kill anybody with that hatchet. And individual famous for busting into recording studios mid-recording, random internet guy. Where can people find you?
Hey, how's it going? If you want to hear me do YouTube videos, you can find me at Random Internet Guy. That's Random Internet Guy. And then yeah, it's on YouTube. And then if you want to hear me talk about weird stuff, you can find me here on the Interesting Nerd Club, because apparently I show up on the episodes on accident sometimes.
I need you to know how excited I was to see you here.
Oh my god, it was so good. It was extremely funny. All right, everybody, my god, just say goodbye.
Later, skaters.
Bye-bye.